Let's practice solving quadratic equations by factoring. A quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. You know it's a quadratic equation because you can see this degree of 2. So let's take this example. Let's solve the following. X squared minus 3x equals 10. You'll notice that this equation doesn't quite look like this because it's not in standard form. So to get it in standard form, to get one side equal to 0, we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. So we'll write the equation in standard form. It looks like that. The next step then would be to factor the left side. So to factor this trinomial, you'll look for two binomials that you multiply together to get this trinomial. Those two binomials are x plus 2 and x minus 5. A couple hints about how do you find that. Notice this third term would be the product of these two terms. And so since it's negative, we know that the signs have to be different. Okay, so we'll be looking for a positive number and a negative number whose product is negative 10 and whose sum is negative 3. So those two numbers are positive 2 and negative 5. The next step then is to set each factor equal to 0. We're using what's called the zero product property, which says if I multiply two things together and get 0, one of those factors has to be 0. So either x plus 2 has to be equal to 0 or x minus 5 has to be equal to 0. So then we'll solve each of those little equations and we'll get our two solutions, x equals negative 2 and x equals 5. Taking a look at a graph of this equation, the graph of x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0 looks like this. And you can see that those solutions, also called roots or zeros, are at negative 2 and positive 5.